Convergence of NQ on the 9.
Alrighty then, mic check, mic check. Good morning, happy Friday. It is Full Auto Friday, and on Fridays we try to book in the week with some more complex topics covering full auto. Not for the faint of heart. Again, I generally will recommend that you start out cyborg trading, learn how to do things manually first. Once you understand it, understand by hand, then you can automate what you already know how to do manually. Let's automate that after you know what's going on with cyborg trading, also known as discretionary. So I personally think that the best mix of human plus machine is better and superior than just full auto. But, you know, what do I know? I've just been doing this a while. Let's get into it here this morning. I'm going to walk through. Normally, I just come in here and I start getting the full auto set up ahead of time. But today, Friday, I'm going to walk it through with you. Let's go. Alrighty then. Don't forget, trading is risky and all that business. Let's get down to it here. We're going to go through our checklist here this morning and get full auto online. So don't forget, we've got the Apex offer 90% off using code AlgoBox. Please use our code AlgoBox. That helps out our tech support team and gets it so that we can reach a point where we can also do those giveaways. But they've told us we got to get basically more people using our code. More people use our code, then we can do some giveaways too. It's Friday. We're coming up on 8:45, so plenty of time before the U.S. Open, about 45 minutes before the U.S. Open. We're going to get the news going here this morning on our checklist to get that going here. I've already done a couple of things here this morning, including checking our data feeds. But if you are new with us, on Monday we go over a lot of this deep dive detail on our checklist. But if you go into our Discord chat and type !checklist, you'll get this checklist you see over here on the left hand side of my screen there, and I'll type that in there in the Discord as well. So if you want to grab it from there, hopefully you're already in our Discord. If you're not, click the link underneath the description below. Whoops, just typed the wrong button there.
You on the 5.
Reminded me of another another command we have there in the room, though. Someone needed that yesterday. All right. Let's go up top here and let's get the full auto set up. So this is going to be where I'll be executing here in a few minutes around the open, where I'll be taking the trades here on the entry chart. But we do have a lot more than that. Don't get overwhelmed if you're brand new with us. I'm about to show you everything on my 4K screen here. Don't panic. All right, here we go. This is the layout here. Don't forget about that Independence Day sale. This is our Christmas in July. This is like Black Friday in July offering there on the website. We have one more week left here in July, so the Black Friday pricing will be going away. But don't forget, if you are doing a 2-week free trial, we are going to get you a slightly better than Black Friday offer. There we do make sure that if you are coming in during our 2-week free trial, that you always at least get the opportunity to get the best offer if you join us and commit during that 2-week free trial. You'll be getting emails on that if you are signed up for a 2-week free trial. If you are in a 2-week free trial right now, make sure you are checking your emails. Look into that promotions or spam folder area and click on that little link that says, trusted email, so that you don't miss our newsletters. And when you're in your 2-week free trial, we're giving you some valuable information. Now, we're also announcing today a very cool feature that's coming. We've got a really nice looking client portal we've been working on for a while. So that's kind of been the mystery meat of where I've been away a little bit there. And now at the same time, we're taking some summertime action here with the fam, but I've also been spending some time working with our team on getting a really nice looking client portal for you guys. So you're going to have a nice dashboard for all the things that we kind of come in here and set up. Things like, how about I just moved this over here. You guys can see, I forgot you guys are on the 4K screen here, so you guys can see what we've got going on here. But let me zoom in here for a minute and showcase some of the stuff that's coming in on the client portal. Now, of course, you have this on our website and you have to have a separate tab open, but we've got the trade counter as well as the tide wave visualizer, where, like, let's go over here. Let's just go ahead and check this there this morning. For the tide, we are going to be, looks like we've got tide is green, wave is green, and these tools will be there in the dashboard along with the other stuff that we talk about in the 8-day bootcamp, as well as, speaking of the 8-day bootcamp, if you are brand new with us, you need to make sure you get through that 8-day bootcamp so you're not lost on some of the stuff that we're doing here. If you're kind of like, I don't know what he's just talking about on that. What's that headshot strategy they just entered in on? What is that? We've got an 8-day bootcamp. It doesn't take you 8 days. You can literally complete them over the weekend here. It's Friday, so go check that out on our website, algoboxpro.com. Click on training at the top, and there's a grid of 8 videos right there. Right now, it's currently free. Speaking of client portal, once the client portal is released, a lot of the free stuff is going away. So if you have not joined with us before, don't sit on it. You might want to go and grab that before you're going to have to pay a little bit more. All right, totally worth it either way. But just letting you know that it's not going to be free forever. We've been out here 10 years public, and you guys have had access to all the training, all the teachings and all that. But sometimes when you have it for free, a lot of times that invites a lot of riffraff. We've been getting, we have a ton of tech support questions coming in. Our tech support guys are way overworked. We have way too many people coming in. They won't even watch video number 1 on how to get set up, stuff like that. We got to eliminate a little bit of that. So we're just going to put, a small price up front to get into that client portal area. And then maybe people will take things a little bit more seriously and also get some of the, tire kickers off of the plate, because we do have quite a lot of people coming into our free Discord, free training, free 2-week free trial, no strings attached, all that kind of stuff. So we're going to be changing a few things there, but we'll be doing giveaways here on the live streams for those boot camps and things like that. Let me zoom in here a little bit more so you guys can see. Top left here is where I'm going to be working here to set up my full auto. Now, this section up here, if I can draw, which is questionable. How about if I hold shift here and let me draw some straight lines? So in this section up here, I've got 6 instruments that I'm going to be setting up my full auto. This is how I do it. You do not have to do what I do here. And it's not intended for me to tell you, hey, this is what you need to do. You trade like this. We are not financial advisors. I provide you the tools and my rules of how I trade. But if you want to augment that, or if you want to take what I'm doing and make your own changes that fit your personal lifestyle and risk management, you can absolutely do that. Okay, so this is what we've got going on here. If you want to download my workspace, you will have to be a premium member. If you are a premium member, you can go into the community workspaces section. You can download my workspace. I'm going to be updating mine and putting it into that area today. I just rolled over the gold contract. Gold just came up and pinged me to be on the 1226. I do kind of want to double check that. It feels like it's a little bit early to be rolling over on that, but if somebody wants to double check me on that, I got an alert from NinjaTrader there this morning when I launched that we need to be on the GC December contract. Does that sound right? If anyone wants to verify on that, but that is an update to the workspace, and if that is locked in there, I'm going to be putting that into the community workspaces section here today. One of the other items we want to pay attention to here in the full auto section, this is a new feature. If you don't know about this, if you've been around AlgoBox for a while, This is new, so you have not seen this before unless you have watched the update video. This is in the announcements section, the update video to where we will show you all the settings inside of this guy. I'm going to be using this here today for my take profit section here, and right down here when this reaches the $1,000 threshold, I say hopefully, I mean, you know, who even knows, you know, it might be one of those rare red days, but if you have been watching our live streams for a while, it is pretty rare that we don't cross the $1,000 threshold with our Autobots there. So, and sometimes it happens within the first couple of minutes there with the volatility we've had recently. Now, I'm going to be setting up for full auto across 6 instruments, and I've already got this locked in for myself, so it's going to automatically close out all positions there for me across all of the charts I'm about to set up. Let's see, it's at control 4 here. That'll give us a little bit of zoom, and we'll go right up here, and I'm going to go through all these. So if you want to check out my settings, just take a screenshot of the L levels here. I'm running on L1 on ES, L2 on RTY, L2 on YM, and L1 on NQ, but also take a note of the bar size. So on NQ, I'm up on the 4s for full auto. The Dow here is 2, ES is 2, RTY up here is also 2. If we scroll over here to the right, crude oil is on AlgoBar 2s, and gold is also on 2s. Now, defaults out of the box, if you are trying to tune, or you're first time starting to play around with things, I recommend 2-2. So if you're writing down notes today, 2-2, what does that mean? AlgoBar 2s, L2. Simple, okay? 2s. We do a lot of things in 2s around here. Try to keep it simple. 2 steps to filter the direction. You saw that earlier when I did the tide and the wave. That's 2 steps for me to pick my direction. This morning, it's going to be on the long side. Fortunately, I'm a bear player, so that doesn't, you know, it's not my favorite, you know, when the market is, you know, to the straight upside. But the best plays, biggest plays are, as of right now, this time of day, is going to be green and green. Hold your finger over the buy button here this morning. Now that can shift at any given moment. We'll be watching the tide and the wave, but that's filter number 1 with 2 steps. What is it? Tide, wave. Pick the color. That's your direction. Got it? Easy enough to pick your direction, right? Now I need 2-step filters before I enter. What are my 2-step filters? Let's see if we can get some people typing there in the chat. Type the 2 steps that I'm looking for. What are they? Give you a second to think about it. 2 steps before I enter, I want 2 things. What are those 2 things? Think about it. If you said nerd plus arrow, give yourself a gold star. That's it. Simple. Nerd plus the arrow. What's the nerd? The nerd is this guy over here. Nerd. What is the nerd? That is the MACV Ultimate across 4 instruments. NASDAQ, ES, RTY, and the Dow. Hence the nerd. NERD, NASDAQ, ES, RTY, and the Dow. 4 of our correlated instruments. And I want to go in the direction of the nerd plus the arrow, and the arrow is on our MACV chart local to the instrument that I'm trading. I'll be trading NASDAQ specifically there this morning. NASDAQ is very fast. If you are new, don't trade NQ. That's my general, you know, for anybody coming into the markets. I would not recommend anybody right now in the current high volatility markets trading NQ if you're new. If you're new, instead of NQ, give RTY a try. That's your rhyme and reason. Remember that one, write it down, and go trade some RTY. Slightly slower, but also the same risk, $5 a tick. A lot of people are like, well, I want to trade ES. Well, the trick with going with ES is this is more than double the level of risk. Now it's also risk and reward. I understand that, but $12.50 a tick here on the ES RTY, still same level balance with $5 per tick on RTY. That is why I do say, you know, maybe give RTY a try. And again, hey, if you're an ES player and you want to do ES, do your thing. But again, generally, I'm here to give my younger version of myself advice and go, hey, younger Vinny, if you're getting started here, let's not jump right into NQ. Okay, there's some wild stuff in there. Your account may not be able to work with NQ. You may not be ready for the stomach for that. Okay, we've got arm long, arm short, full auto, Enigma on. This is going to be my settings here that I'm going to be running there this morning. We also have Super AO, and we have all the filters if you have Platinum. Now, Platinum gets unlocked if you are in that lease to own by the end of this month. After this month, we're not doing this anymore, so this may not apply to you if you're watching this later on. The Platinum version of this for gold members, you can get the Platinum edition unlocked once you reach lifetime. So if you're in a lease to own at the end of that 18 months, you can, or depending on which plan you're on, if you're, some people have 24 months, some people have an 18-month. At the end of that payoff, you can unlock platinum. You can pay off at any time. So if you're in for a couple of months and you're like, you're banging it with the system and you're like, hey, I'm ready to pay that off so I can unlock the additional features for the filters, you can do that by requesting a payoff. Just open up the tech support ticket and say, hey, I'd like to request a payoff invoice. We'll send you that invoice item, click the button, pay off the rest that you have there, and that will unlock all the platinum features. That's pretty awesome. Platinum is normally 20 grand. So. All right, welcome aboard. Let's get to it. Arm long, arm short, full auto, Enigma on here for ES. We got NQ. Going to go over here to the right. Do the same thing on RTY. Full auto, Enigma on. And I'm going to go arm long, arm short, full auto, Enigma on the Dow. And we've got two more here, crude oil and gold. Not part of the nerd, but semi-correlated. Crude oil and gold can be impacted by things, and they can also impact the markets as well. All right, let's go deep dive here after we've got our full auto. That's it. Full auto is on across 6 instruments, and that's going to auto lock in for me there. And we'll talk more about that here as we get going there this morning. We have about 30 seconds now till the 9 a.m. Let's zoom in here. Remember, the market opens at 9:30. Let's listen into the news. There's probably news coming in there at 9 a.m. Let's look at that news list that is on the checklist here. And we've got 9:45 PMI, let's see, S&P Services PMI flash report. And we also have S&P Manufacturing PMI, both at 9:45. Generally, it's a little bit weird. I forget the 9:45 space. I'm used to, there's almost always a 10 a.m. and there is today. There's a 10 a.m. new home sales numbers there. And then the next one after 10 is going to be 11:30 on the list there today. I'm looking at financialjuice.com. If you guys are not there, check that out. Make sure you're on Financial Juice. They've got the audio. That's what I really like about their system. Better than Forex Factory or Econo Day. If you've been used to using those, a lot of traders have used those over the years. And when Financial Juice came on the scene, they also offered people sitting there actually, you know, reading the news to you, giving some interpretations around that over the audio cue. So you'll hear someone speaking over that, and that is the Financial Juice services. And they have a free version. I think I have the paid version. I believe the only thing that I get from that is like less commercials or something like that. Okay, 9:01. Not a lot of movement there off of that 9 a.m. news. Let's get to the rest of my checklist here. Day of the week, Friday, time of day. We talked about that. News, FOMC, none today. Holidays, nope. Earnings. We are in earnings season right now, so we've got a lot of volatility kicking in. We do need to take a note of that. Gears shifted here. I am on the 5s, currently too slow. Early morning, 30 minutes prior. We don't need to make any gear shifting there this morning or going to another bar size. VIX is way up. Okay, volatility is up. We know about that. Again, why I say probably if you could skip on NQ, might be the thing to do. Give RTY a try if NQ has just been too wild child for you, or you need to move up time frames. But when you move up time frames, remember, when you go up time frames to increase the reward opportunity, you're also increasing the risk opportunity, which is why oftentimes people ask all the time, well, why don't you go up a higher time frame on something like this? And I kind of go all the time, remember, it goes both ways, right? Yes, I would love to take an Enigma off of a higher time frame scenario, but remember the distance from the entry point to the back of that, now that's 62 ticks, right, for a stop on an Enigma coming in on a higher time frame, right? So using those things are relative. So you're going to get the opportunity. I like to pair a high time frame opportunity with a lower time frame risk. Enter in on the lower time frame after I see a element show up on a higher time frame. We teach it that way, and you'll see me do that a lot here in the live streams. Contract dates, I talked about that. We did roll over gold on the December contract, so somebody double check me on that. Again, I'm not sure. It seems like it's a little early for that, but you know, we have just kind of lost track of time. First day back after a little vacation time there. Let me see. Get the chat here on screen as well. That popped out. Okay. McAfee Ultimate. Yep. Online 903. Last update there. The speedometer currently sitting in too slow for the speed. Speed is currently 13 BPM. And AudioBox. I do hear it clacking. That's on. We've got AudioBox going. P&L cadence. I'm coming back from a little vacation time there. So we're kind of a P&L reset for the moment. Don't need to worry about any red days, green day counts, anything like that. Let's go to NinjaTrader 8 sounds. Yep, I think our sounds are good, although I do need to check that. I rebooted the streamer. Sometimes those sounds can be off. Go into the volume mixer here. Usually like NinjaTrader around 15%. Yep. Let's pull that down here. Some people don't know we do have a video on this where you can go into, if you type !sound in our Discord, this is there, and there's a video walkthrough on how to get to this in your settings. But you can basically adjust individually. So like the other windows that you have open, they can have 100% volume, and if you wanted to turn down the bots, or sometimes you may want to like shut it all down, you know, all together, but you may be listening to something else, but you want to turn down the sounds for NinjaTrader, any of the audio cues, stuff like that, you can control that individually by going into your Windows settings under the volume mixer, type !sound in our Discord, and that will pop you out a video walkthrough on that. And again, there it is right there. So if you are not in our Discord, take a minute here to do that right now. If you are brand new with us, haven't gotten to the Discord, you're going to want to be in there. On the left-hand side, this is the menus. We kind of have them color-coded. Information is under green. Important information, things. Don't get scammed, folks. There are people impersonating me all the time. It's important to know that you know, I'm not going to be asking you for crypto, or hey, let me trade your crypto for you. That's very common. They'll DM you, they'll make an account that looks like mine. You'll notice slight things that are slightly different than my account. You'll notice it's usually newer. You'll also notice it's not in our Discord room. This is my official profile. It's actually Vinny Emini, no spaces, no dots, no any of that kind of weird stuff there, but there's a lot of impersonator accounts. So quick note on that, make sure you're not don't talk to a non-Vinny, if you know what I'm saying. Okay. So public chat is the place to be. This is kind of where all the good stuff and all the fun is happening here. If you want to communicate with the team and with the rest of the traders in our room there, plays on my, I guess. Cool. Now, some people have a hard time getting into Discord for some reason. That's not something we control. Just quick Google away. We have to field a lot of phone call questions as well, especially because, again, during the 2-week free trial, my biggest tip on that is probably just take it seriously. Take the 2-week free trial. If you're doing a 2-week free trial with us while it's free, make sure that you are pretend like you just paid $10,000 for the program. And then sit down and go, okay, I've got to actually do what is in these videos if I want to succeed. Okay, I think that's the biggest tip. Is a lot of people come in and they just go, it's free, and so they don't take it seriously, and next thing you know, they got to watch it multiple times. Because I'm like getting on a call and I'm like, hey, did you watch video number 1 where we walk through, you know, what the best hardware is for that, like, you know, about the 43-inch monitor? They're like, what's that? When, you know, go buy a 43-inch TV from Walmart. You remember that part in the video number 1? Huh? No, I don't remember that. Okay, watch it again. I hate to, you know, I got 4 young kids, and you know, they're in school and they have reading, and then there's reading comprehension, right? There's 2 different courses for that. It's like, just because you can read, it doesn't mean that you comprehended it. Now you need to train your brain to comprehend and lock in information that you're getting. Whatever is best for you, I recommend that you maybe take some notes, have a notepad at least next to you. Something about the act of having a note or taking a note locks it into your brain. It's not necessarily that people are like, well, I never look back at my notes, so I don't take notes. little do you know, you're doing yourself a disservice, because there's, you know, they've proven out that the very act of making the note has your brain translating it from what you have understood into your brain also actually understanding it and putting it to paper. You having done that tactile action locks it into your brain to truly understand what you have just digested. So take a note while you're going through those videos, okay? It'll be good for you. All right. Let's see. Good morning, everybody. Yes, please do smash that like button. Thanks so much. Happy Friday, everybody. Good morning. Great to see everybody. Let's see what we've got cooking here this morning. We've got it's 9:09, 20 minutes to the US Open. Very interesting location here. We have had quite a move down. I actually need to shift this. Remember earlier we were green and green. This is a shift morning where the tide may still be green, but the wave is now red. So that bodes well for a bear like me. I'm looking forward to that. All right, so we've got red on the wave. Let me check the tide again here. Let's see if that has also shifted. Nope, tide's still green. Tide's still green, but wave red, which means plays in both directions are valid for runners. Okay.
Alpha Omega down
9:10. 20 minutes now to the US Open. I'm gonna move a couple of windows around here real quick. Here. There we go. Okay, I do see, looks like the bots have a few plays open up there. And again, Full Auto Friday. We try to answer more of those questions around the full auto stuff. So there you go. But people have asked, like, you know, what's it going to look like on those? Again, I try not to like go to this view or where you guys see everything all at once, because people get overwhelmed and they're like, oh, it's too complicated. I don't know. It's too much going on there. I don't know if I'll be able to work all that. Like, so we're starting you out slowly. We'll go to the dashboard. We'll just kind of show you what you need along the way. 8-day boot camp, I think it's going to be very helpful to you. We start with the fundamentals and then we put them together. And believe it or not, it's not that complicated. We actually have, again, 2 steps for everything. I'm going to repeat it one more time because I think this is very valuable and helpful to you guys. The tide and the wave we just talked about. Tide and the wave, that's your filter direction here this morning. I can play both directions right now, okay? So that one, we've got either way, so pick one. I generally like to tell people, if it were me, I would choose a side. Either be a bull or be a bear. That'll cut off 50% of your mental capacity as well as your tactile functions for hitting the hotkeys on the left-hand side. If you have gotten our keyboard, I hope you have. If you haven't, you're missing out. Get that Corsair K55 keyboard, or if you want the wireless edition of it, get it. But those 6 keys on the left-hand side, was like, well, I like my Logitech one. Well, it only has 5. Okay, I don't know what's up with Logitech. I wish they would do one with 6, but they don't. Corsair, get the Corsair K55. It's a rare keyboard that has them on the left-hand side. It's not expensive. It's not something like I'm, telling you, hey, you got to go spend a ton of money on a keyboard. It's still basically same pricing as other keyboards in that space. Also, it's a membrane keyboard. Oh, it feels so good when you press the buttons. Get it. You're gonna like it, and you'll have those.
German government spokesperson on new U.S. tariffs says, like the European Commission, the federal government assumes that the provisions of the EU-US customs agreement will be adhered to.
All right, we got some news chatter on the lines here already this morning. Low impact at 9:45. Yeah, Greg, thank you for reminding me of that. I'm going to actually, so I like to personally set my Alexa, let's not say her name too loud because all of a sudden she starts listening to everything you're saying, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to have my Alexa set a note for me a couple minutes before 9:45, because oftentimes I will miss one. So if you're like that too, you ever miss like, oh, I forgot about that news event, we do that. So when I'm looking at that news in the morning, if there's a weird one like a 9:45, I'm going to tell my Alexa to give me an alert a couple minutes before that. So if you guys have me on loudspeaker right now, I'm probably going to program yours as well. Anyhow, so This is kind of how I do it. Alexa, set an alarm for 9:42 a.m. Okay, there you go. So I didn't have to go type anything or go set something, manually, just, yell it out. And my Alexa in the office here is going to give me a alarm there a couple minutes before the news so I don't miss it. I don't want to be pressing the buttons when that happens. There you go. Thank you, Brian. Yes, K55 plus the G300S are game changers. I do recommend that mouse at G300S is also, I personally believe, a game changer. I do believe it's part of my edge in trading, as well as anybody who's played me in Fortnite or Battlefield 3 knows I'm the guy riding the top of the server. But some of it is I've got a mouse cheat over here. You know what I'm saying? Like the narrow bevel on the mouse, the way that it kind of curves in. There's not another mouse out there like it. They need to make more of these, but they stopped making them. So if you can get one while you can. Not required, but the keyboard is required. Okay, I do not let you skip getting the keyboard. There's no excuse. Corsair's making them still. K55, 6 keys on the left. Get those hotkeys programmed. Type ! hotkeys in the Discord. There you go. And that will show you how to set up those hotkeys. And also, if you type ! perfect mouse, this will pop out some more details on what I use here at the desk. I do, again, if you don't get the mouse, like, I won't fault you for not being able to get that because it's a little bit difficult to get your hands on one of these, but I'm telling you, once you have felt this curve, there's no going back. You will never buy another mouse again. I have stockpiled these things because they're that good. There's the K55 keyboard. The most important thing is those 6 keys on the left hand side, where I'm resting my left hand right here, resting it on the left, and I've got my fingers over the hotkeys there where I can just rest it. My thumb is sitting right there on the close button. So this one right here, very important to have that's your exit. That's your quick exit when you need to bail on a trade quickly. Exit, close the position right there. And the way I've got my break even button right there, so they're kind of opposite to each other. And then in between I have bid ask, and I also have market buy sells in the middle. So that's how I enter in exits on those while I'm playing the game. Approaching the markets like a video game, one of the things we do there's a video for the hotkeys. Talked about the sound there this morning, and of course the checklist. If you want to go through our Discord layout, the way that I recommend you have that set up in your trifold area there, sit inside the cockpit of your trading station, surrounded by a 43 center, flanked by 2 32s or 27s in portrait mode on either side. There's nothing like it. All right. Once you've got your hardware set up, then we go through our 8-day boot camp. Put the fundamentals together. Pick 4 or 5 strategies to put in your menu. What I mean by your menu, like you're like in a restaurant, you need to choose your menu. You don't need to sell everything. You don't need to play absolutely everything, but you need to be good at 4 or 5 things. Like, be known for certain dishes in your restaurant, right? So what do you want to be dishing up in your trading? Okay. So pick a few. I love a good Super AO, one of my favorites. You'll see me take a lot of Super AOs here for my entries. Enigmas. I love a good Titanic Zone. I'm a shark back player galore. You know I love me a shark back, but I like a shark tail a little bit better, where I've got an R2FA cross event along with it nearby. A lot of what we do here is combining those. We still have some extra time here this morning. Let me show you guys some updated video stuff, if you don't mind. I'd like to play one of these here for you guys. How about a cluster play? We haven't, I don't think you guys have seen plus cluster play here. I'm going to forward this to the main chat area here real quick, and we'll play this one out. So this is getting updated in our documentation space with, and some people are, you know, you want to get to things quickly. Let me see if I can drop this on screen here. Let's do this. Get fancy with it. Drop this into cluster play and frequent. Okay. That folder. All right, let me pause the music here and let's see if we can get this magic working here on screen.
Short on the NQ.
Oh, sound it might do. 1 second.
Cluster reversal is a simple but powerful concept in AlgoBox. When 3 or more Flowmaster crosses appear close together, it can signal a potential market reversal. The same idea applies to Flowmaster alpha omega crosses. When 3 or more alpha or omega crosses form in the same area, a reversal may be developing. You can also combine Flowmaster crosses with alpha omega crosses. As long as 3 or more appear together, it's still considered a valid cluster reversal setup. The more confluence you have, the stronger the potential setup. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.
Let's see. Oh, that's the wrong one. We want audio properties.
Fib.NQ on the 35.
All right, let's see if we can do that again. One more time.
Cluster reversal is a simple but powerful concept in AlgoBox. When 3 or more Flowmaster crosses appear close together, it can signal a potential market reversal. The same idea applies to Flowmaster alpha omega crosses. When 3 or more alpha or omega crosses form in the same area, a reversal may be developing. You can also combine Flowmaster crosses with alpha omega crosses. As long as 3 or more appear together, it's still considered a valid cluster reversal setup. The more confluence you have, the stronger the potential setup. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.
All right, so we've got those videos if you are new with us. How much time we got here? We still have 9 minutes. I think I'd like to play one more. The most popular one that I think starting out, like understanding core value information for us, is the headshot. You should start with the headshot. The headshot is a multi-time frame structure plus an RTFA event all in one, plus Fib-Elidot is multi-fib plus Elliott wave all landing in one location plus an RTFA event. When a headshot shows up, you want to pay attention, right? So let's see if I can put that one on here and get this one better than I did the last one. Here we go to headshot here. I'm going to click on audio properties, and we're going to...
The headshot strategy combines a Fib-Elidot with a Flowmaster cross to identify potential market reversals through added confluence. For a valid headshot, the Fib-Dot and Flowmaster cross should appear within 10 to 15 algo bars of each other. This setup works for both bullish and bearish opportunities and doesn't require perfect alignment, only close proximity. For trade management, stop losses are typically placed behind the Flowmaster cross, with common profit targets of 10 ticks for target 1 and 15 ticks for target 2. For even more confluence, Flowmaster alpha and omega crosses can also be used alongside the Fib-Dot, creating an even stronger headshot setup. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.
Alrighty then. Now, special shout outs to our video edit team there, and I noticed on there this is one of the newer videos there. They just finished kind of an update on that one. It said 10 or 15 ticks, but that is assuming that's like some that's when we're down on the ones. Like, we have moved up tremendously, so you'll learn this as we are going through our training there. as you go up bar size, the tick counts go higher. For instance, target 1 and target 2, instead of 10 and 15 down on the 1s or 2s that it was referring to in that video, it didn't, I noticed it didn't make a note on that. But instead of a 10 or 15 off of the lower time frame 1s and 2s, on the 5s right now, for my target 1, we're at 35 ticks for target 1 and 50 ticks for target 2. So little some things that we need to kind of teach and train along with that, but you will hopefully get the idea there. We've got some quick to the point videos there in our documentation section. If you've not been to our documentation, again, if you're going through our 8-day boot camp, we're going to walk you all the way through that, because who really likes to...
The reason you're not winning in trading isn't your fault. Until now.
One of our shorts.
Welcome
there
to
you go.
the hardest game in the world. Your opponents?
Didn't mean to pull that one up, but hey, it's appropriate.
Feeding you constant malinformation, misinformation, and disinformation. But they're the least of your worries. Because there's also the smartest, most experienced, and informed traders, along with the wealthiest entities on Earth, using the fastest computers with the most advanced AI algorithms, designed specifically to hunt you. And you think your monkey brain can do it alone? Without code? Think again. The strategies taught here were passed down by market movers and extracted from the markets by algorithms. You'll be hard-pressed to find them in any other trading course or software. The signals provided by our algorithms are insider-level intel, undetectable by retail traders, thanks to our real-time order flow analysis engines. Evolving software coded by dual-skilled world-class programmer and futures expert quant trader Vinny Emini, who learned the ropes decades ago. Now, his edge is your market cheat code. The choice is yours. Stay on the treadmill to nowhere, or leave the average behind
Full auto upgrade.
and become elite.
Market sheet installed. Welcome.
AlgoBox, the cheat code for the markets. Download your 2-week trial at algoboxpro.com. What if I...
All right, accidental slip click there. Wasn't planning on bringing that one over, but hey, you know, appropriate. Documentation. So documentation is boring. Nobody likes to go through documentation, right? All of us, unless you're a nerd like me. Documentation is not exactly the most thrilling thing, but even myself, I would rather just somebody walk me through if we can. In our documentation area, we're going to walk you through everything top to bottom, go into fundamentals. If you are brand new and never traded before, you want to go through the beginner's course. I think it's important to, if you need to know the absolute basics, but a lot of people who come here have already been around the markets a while. Maybe you can skip on the beginner course and kind of get right into the meat of things. But if you need to go back and learn things like what's a contract, what's a tick value, and all that, you can. We do have that there for you. But most people jump right in and go into the fundamentals, understanding the 120-day program. You do not have to take 120 days. This is just a general estimate. Some people are faster, some people are slower. But if you're absolutely brand new, buckle in, know that you can learn everything in 40 days. You'll at least know it right here. Right here, this is the brain work. This is the theory, understanding it, knowing, picking your strategies. I think that you should practice it for 40 days. That's just my personal opinion on it. I think you should execute taking every single one of them, no filters. And then here we want to filter and execute. This is QQ. What are the two Qs? This one is quantity. This one is quality. But you're going to learn it all right here, and then quantity, and then quality. It's easy, in my opinion. But yeah, you'll go through those fundamentals, and then you'll get into the strategies and those kind of quicker videos that you just saw there a moment ago. Those are inside of the documentation section to remind you of the things that we talked about in the lengthier videos. Or, if you like the lengthier videos, you can go to those where I'm walking them through. There are 3 video types there. There's the really short one, there's the middle motion graphic, and as well as mine, where I'm walking through, talking through examples in live market conditions oftentimes, or just going into kind of lecture series style. So whichever is your take. Some people have emailed before and requested various ones, and I said, well, do you know that there's 3? Like, we're meeting all 3 types of people there. There's the person who already knows, seen it before, just give me the quick version. There's the person who needs, they want a little more, they want it a little fancified. We got the fancy one, and then we've got, the no fancy but all dance, where, it's me walking and talking through things and reiterating things and probably saying and a few times along the way. All right, still 2 minutes before the US Open. Let's get that music rolling here and see if we got some play setups. Looks like a 9.6 here. If you are tuning your AOs, write it down. 9.6 here this morning on the 5s for tuning. Very clear, pure 9.6 for pivoting. Right now, wave down. Wave is to the red. Tide still green for the moment.
1 minute ago now to we get the market and open imbalance.
All right, we are outside the fiddle zone. I do see jagged on the tape coming, so big play is coming here at the open. Be very careful, do not get off sides. If you are, close it quickly. Jagged on the tape before the open. I see jagged on the tape 30 seconds before. Type jagged in the chat. Smash the like button before we get going. 30 seconds to the open. Early in, early out on a Friday.
Delta shift NQ on the 7.
US tech companies release open weight models. 10 seconds to the market and open imbalance.
Alpha Omega up NQ on the 7. Hold touch low. Delta shift NQ on the 9.
Market and open imbalance. S&P 500 buy side 165 million. Nasdaq 100 sell side 27 million. Dow 30 buy side 50
Okay, hearing sellers all over the tape here at the open.
14 million. So in regards to the US tech companies releasing open letter on open weight models, Nadler posts a letter on open
Okay,
weight.
on the 89, look at this high time frame. Okay, here's the 89 has been straight down. We are at the bottom of the channel here. So let's see if this is going to end up shifting colors or we're going to stay green on the tide. Right now, again, we've got that mix between the tide and wave.
And it also says that tech companies relying only on closed AI models is not inherently safe.
Okay, we've got an Enigma event right here. I'm going to mark up this zone. I would like to try a short in this area if I get one. There's a pink dot. I'll go ahead and slap my first trade here. Toe in the water here for the first play here on a super dot. They broke through that dot. Okay, so I'm going to be looking for the exits here. Unless I start to hear sellers. If I hear sellers, I can add to my position. Heard a few sellers there. I'm going to add on a Seuss.
Divergence up NQ on the 9.
Okay, there's 50 ticks. I'm going to take half there, and I'm going to hold to an opposing signal, and there's my opposing signal right there. $1,000 for the first play. We got the trigger there. We got the ready DD. Get ready. Take the next play. There's a pink dot inside. Happened very close. Remember, it's in queue. If you're trading in queue, don't trade it. If you are new, give RTY a try. It's super fast here on the low time frame. You really have to have your fingers on the hotkeys and have practiced a bit on those keys to be able to make those. Trade number 1 is done. Remember, I'm setting up for 5 trades here this morning. Within 5 trades, I want winner, winner, chicken dinner. I do not need to take all 5 trades here. Winner, winner should be enough to put chicken dinner on the table. So 1960 off of the first play. There's one of my favorite shark tail plays. I'm going to take that. I'll take half at the dot. There's 50 ticks. I hear buyers, so I'm going to probably need to bail on this. And targets filled all the way to the bottom. Easy. What's that one called? Type it in the chat. We talked about it there this morning. Happened to have already also talked about one of my favorites.
Rising 1.7% up. The company lifts annual forecast for adjusted profit and free cash flow.
You said shark tail. Give yourself a gold star. We had the shark and we also had the tail. What was on the tail? We had a cross inside. PRZ cross. It's also a power cross there because it's not a white cross. Red cross, so it's an AO cross, so we call it a power PRZ. Okay, coming up into this space, we've got divergence on the 9s. We are in king timing. I'm hearing buyers on the tape. They do not like to play against popcorn like that. Okay, so listening to popcorn, I'm not going to take a play here until I hear that popcorn get off the tape. There's a super AO. I've got a space for it. Still hearing popcorn. Get the popcorn off the tape before I take the play. I'm 2 trades in here, so winner, winner, chicken dinner already done for the morning. Okay, but now I'm looking at my bonus. Okay, now I just want to tap, tap, taparoo, tap a little bonus here.
Divergence up NQ on the 9. Harmonic NQ on the 5.
Yeah, woulda, shoulda, coulda. I coulda tapped that one there, but again, buyers on a Friday. Man, Fridays are bull days. It's like bulldozer day on Friday.
NQ on the 35.
Generally speaking, Fridays are the most bullish day of the week. So I want to be extra cautious on those Fridays, early in, early out. I want to make sure I've got my...
Closing new position.
Oh, closing new positions. Hey, that's the sound we want to hear. Full auto. The bots are up $1,000. So that might be... We might just close that out for our bonus there this morning.
NQ on the 5.
There we go. We talked about it this morning. I was showing you guys our command center here for the prop firm smart risk console. No, it's a mouthful there, but it tells everything that it does, whether you are trading prop and you want this to control multiple accounts, to control the driver account, or however you want to use this. Again, I use it on my bot account, and when we reach that 1150, we close out there. If you're wondering why do I put it at 1150 and not just $1,000, that takes into account slippage and commissions, so that I make sure that I'm locking in about $1,000 if I go over it just a little bit there. So my take profit is triggered at 1150. It closed out all positions across those 6 instruments up top and locked in $1,000 for the bot. So hands off. I'm going to go ahead and take a quick stab at this one.
Manufacturing
The
PMI.
Super AO came up quick to it. I'm going to pull half right there.
55, spot 5 to 53.
This looks like, this might be dangerous.
5, price 51.
Okay, I'm going to close out the rest there. There we go. There's my bonus. Super AO. Told you guys too. One of my favorites is a Super AO, right? I love me a good Super AO. Heard buyers all over the tape. Ends on the end with a Super AO. And I grab about a 50 tick bag there off of that one. Let's see. There's 68 ticks in total on there. I grabbed about 50 off of it. Not too shabby for winner, winner, chicken dinner, plus a bonus early in, early out on a Friday. It can be that easy. You just got to learn what to do. And I'm there to walk you through. There we go. All right, so bots did about 1,000. I did 5,200. Let's hit generate. What's today's date? 24th.
Down NQ on the 89. Delta shift NQ on the 35.
Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all.
2-finger NQ on the 35. Alpha Omega up NQ on the 5.
Now, I'm showing GC here, but that's just because that's the chart that I have chosen to put the command center on. You can put that on any chart you want. I generally would just put it on gold because I won't trade gold directly most of the time. So that's just choice up to you. You don't have to do that, but just how I do things. So two winners and a bonus, and yeah. That's all you got to do, and it's 9:36, 6 minutes after the U.S. Open there. So we're done. Questions, comments, concerns. That's how we do things around here. Jagged on the tape. That's right. Yeah, we had that big move there off the open. Do me a favor, smash that like button if you haven't done so already.
Raises price target for AMD to $620 from $560.
Enigma long on the NQ4. 2-finger NQ on the 35. 2-finger NQ on the 35. Divergence down NQ on the 7.
Yeah, we're coming up into divergence on the 9s. These are these two zones that I identified this morning. Ooh, this one's right in the middle. Okay, be careful. Here in buyers, currently moderate buy side. Wait till we get outside of that fiddle zone area. Sitting right on the border edge inside the fiddle.
Harmonic NQ on the 5. NQ on the 7. Fib.NQ on the 35. Harmonic NQ on the 5. Harmonic NQ on the 9.
Oh, there's a nice cipher touch on the 9s.
Enigma long on the NQ.
Let's see if we get an R2FA event around this area. There's an Enigma.
Alpha Omega NQ on
They're
the
pushing through that. They snapped it. I'm going to mark that with F11.
NQ on the 9.
Okay, this is going to be an important area. I'm actually going to shift this down a little bit. There's a cluster, a delta shift, and an Enigma all in this space here.
Divergence of NQ on the 9.
So I generally like to mark important areas on my chart like this.
NQ on the 35.
I've got that set to a hotkey on my mouse. So we talked about the mouse that I like to use there this morning. While I do think that the mouse might be optional, the keyboard is not. Make sure you get that K55. Telling you, game changer to be able to have your hotkeys on the left, rest your thumb over the close when you need to get out quickly. Buy and sell, so much easier there. Having those on your dexterous fingers as well.
NQ on the 35. 2 finger NQ on the 35. Two finger NQ on the 35. Divergence down NQ on the 9.
Hope you enjoyed your vacay with the family, sir, but it's really good to have you back in the live. Hey, thanks for that, Brian. Yeah, we had some good time. We do have, we're going to have some more fun there in August. So again, it's summertime. So you guys who have been looking around on our schedules, will be, again, a lot of stuff is about to change. So if you guys are watching this, you know, sitting here on a, let me let him finish here.
Prior 51 spot 2 and Composite PMI Flash forecast 52 spot 2 prior 51 spot 9.
NQ on the 7.
Yeah, so he's reminding we've got news coming up here in about 5 minutes. Of course, my Alexa alert will go off here a couple minutes before that news as well. I generally going to handle those
NQ on the 5.
news events, as volatility events. I just kind of want to not be taking a trade or not be in a trade during that volatility event and look for the entry a couple minutes after that news event. In general. Now, again, on a Friday, I want to be early in, early out. I like to spend time with the family on a Friday, just my personal deal, as well as have opportunity to chat with you guys more. If you guys have scheduled calls, I tend to catch up with calls on Fridays. So if you guys scheduled a call with me, you know, we do have that. If you are a lifetime member, you get one-on-one access to me. If you are brand new and you scheduled a call and you're trying to get started with us and you would like a call, you can also schedule a call there on our website. We'll catch up with those on a Friday. So I generally early in, early out. Then I spend the morning there till about 11 or noon catching up with calls and things. And then the last half of the day, you know, that's kind of what life looks like around here.
2 finger NQ on the 89.
Let's see. It's true. You know, I have, that is a big deal. You're not the only person with that. It's hard unlearning what I've taught in other groups. Love seeing you back on live, going to go through the courses. Been a couple months on a refresher. Yeah, great to hear that. But it is like when you come here, like I try to erase what you've currently learned and just start with fresh here. Okay, everything you've been told. Listen, you probably learned it on Twitter, right? Twitter and shitter rhyme for a reason. Alexa, stop. Okay, so Alexa has just reminded me, news coming out in just a few minutes. So generally when I start to hear that alert from Alexa, I'm like, all right, I either need to exit on a position that I'm in. If I'm in a position prior to that, it kind of depends on where I'm at in that position. If I'm, you know, well into profits and I'm holding on to a runner type of scenario prior to a news event, I will likely hold on to the position. However, if I've been in a position and we're kind of hovering around the entry point, it's just not there, I just want to close it out and we'll just wait until the volatility event occurs. But oftentimes that can spike in your direction on runners if you are already on the right side of a position. It's a nice double Enigma short right there. Did we go moderate sell? I don't know. I think we might have been neutral on that. So maybe a toe in the water there, but this one is paying off well there from that second Enigma down to the 15.2. That's 199 ticks. It's a fun number. 199 ticks down to the 15.2, holding to the opposing signal. Now, we talked about the two targeting system that I do here on a regular basis. Target 1, if we are against the nerd. Target 2, if we're with it. Holding on to runners is optional. If you want to quantify it, you want to make sure that you have, if The tide and the wave are the same color, which today, are they? Tell me in the chat. Are the tide and the wave the same color this morning? I just want to check it now, see if it's shifted. Nah, still the same from this morning. Are the tide and the wave the same color this morning? You remember? If you don't, hey, if you've got your tool over there in your dashboard, you got it right here, tide and wave. Again, you can expand this out. I just have this shrunk down to a different size there. On the client portal, it's going to be real nice for you guys.
1 minute lead with the manufacturing PMI.
NQ on the 9. Alpha Omega down Alpha Omega down NQ on the 7. Harmonic NQ on the 9. Alpha Omega up NQ on the 7. Alpha Omega down NQ on the 7.
Are you guys ready for a little AlgoBox member portal? Are you? Are you ready?
Double Delta NQ on the 35. Harmonic NQ on the 5. Harmonic NQ on the 5. Fib dot NQ on the 7.
Let's see, I got double auth on my phone.
Fib dot NQ on the 35.
10 seconds.
Okay, news coming out. Careful.
Harmonic
53.8, 53.8, low in the forecast of 54.4. Services 53.6, 53.6, higher than the forecast of 51.5. Composite 53.6, 53.6, higher than the forecast of 52.2.
Enigma long on the NQ4. Fib dot NQ on the 35. Harmonic NQ on the 9. Fib dot NQ on the 7.
Are you guys ready for a little client portal sneak peek?
Alpha Omega down NQ on the 7. Fib dot NQ on the 7.
Vinny Emini, welcome back. Lifetime Access Boot Camp. Staying open. Day one. Day one of what? Well, day one of 8, because we're going to the 8-day boot camp, of course. You haven't done the 8-day boot camp yet? What's wrong with you? It's currently free on me, so go grab it. I would suggest you do it quickly. It says Vinny's live.
3 months.
Well, how do we get to that? Well,
in the year ahead
we
outlook.
might have a little section right over here that'll tell you.
This improvement
Catch up on what you missed. We'll have the live streams right there, past live streams, etc. over there on the right in your dashboard.
Meanwhile, worsened to the
Day 1 through 8. And then how about these tools? Remember I said the Tide Wave Visualizer, you'll be able to click on, add your tools, Trade Tracker, Daily Tracker, MACV Ultimate, right there. And so if I select those, now they can come up down here. Now I can move these around. I'll be able to put that wherever you want. So if you want to slide it up, stick it where you would like, but you have a nice little dashboard piece in there for yourself, Tide and Wave. So there this morning we would be setting the Tide as green, Wave is red. You can put this wherever you want, just to remind yourself where we currently are. You want our trade tracker pop out. You want to put that underneath maybe, see where we're at on your trade tracker. Today we had winner chicken dinner plus a bonus. Well, there you go. How exciting is that? And then of course, get back to business. You need to get into day 1 and make sure you complete day 1. How about today's lesson? How about install the proper version of NinjaTrader? Don't even get me started. Okay, listen, NinjaTrader, they got to fix their stuff. Okay, they've got some onload event problems they introduced in 8.151. Somebody asked the other day, hey, they've got 8.18 out now. I haven't checked that one yet. We will be working on that. We'll be checking that probably in August, so I'm not going to go and jump on their latest version yet there, but if we hear that they might have cleaned that up, I'm going to go through their documentation notes they just released, and we'll see if they cleaned up that onload event scenario that they've got going on there in their latest versions. 8.131 is the most stable. Okay, it's not people come over here, well, your stuff isn't compatible with NinjaTrader 8. What do you think NinjaTrader 8, every time they put out a lesson, why do you think they have to keep putting out new versions? Now, again, maybe there's some features that they enhance to, but sometimes you put out a release that's got problems, right? They currently have an onload event release issue. I mean, if you want to do it, you can, but if you're coming over here and being like, hey, how come I'm crashing more often than normal? Well, this one doesn't crash. Have you noticed, like, I just stay on live stream, doesn't matter how fast the markets have been getting, my system doesn't crash. A lot of other people on 8.131 don't crash. There's a reason for that. Okay, 8.131, go check it out. Install AlgoBox, you'll have that right there as well. Open the community chat, go straight to Discord. So if you want to hop in there, need some help, click on it right there. It's gonna be awesome. Yeah, if you need to ask GPT, some people don't know that we have our own custom GPT. I don't know if we wired this in yet or not. Let's try it. Launches in, yeah, it's in a new window right now. I don't know if it's going to stay like this, but for right now, we do have it popping over here. Ask AlgoBox GPT. Can you explain how the Enigma cadence strategy works? Maybe, or type in whatever you want there. But you know how GPT is. It will give you nice long diatribes of bullet points if you're a reader. This might be a way that you get more detailed information if you don't like, you know, some people don't like to ask people for things. So if you don't want to go in the public chat and ask a question, well, ask GPT, right? GPT will give you, you know, in-depth answers for things specifically trained around our product. So you have AlgoBox GPT, you can bookmark that link, or if one of our members there will post a link there in the chat here on the live stream, that would be super helpful for us. So did want to give you guys a sneak peek at what is coming. Going to be very exciting. Again, streams over there on the right, all that kind of fun stuff. So again, more to come, more to come. You guys excited about that? It'll be pretty cool. Working with our team on that. Some more work on that going on later today as well.
Harmonic NQ on the 5. Alpha Omega up NQ on the 5. Alpha Omega up NQ on the 7.
Okay, we're going to get back into that important little zone up there. So we just had our news event there. It's 9:49. We are about 5 minutes past that news event now. So I can be looking for trades again, generally. We do have a power headshot potential coming in right here. Power headshot short down to the bowl. There it is. Very nice.
Forecast for US New Hampshire's units.
So power headshot, if you watch that video that we just played there this morning, or have seen our headshot before, that's a headshot within 10 or 15 bars of each other. It's approximately 10 or 15 bars, same location, headshot. It's not the perfect one where the dot is on the cross, which is the ideal, but within 10 or 15 bars of one another, close in that area. Wow, look at that drop. So that power headshot off of the 9s, that's 342 tick drop there called by the headshot there. That is one of those that we would generally want to do. Again, it's Friday. I'm early in, early out. I don't want to be getting any situations there, running up 6K there on a Friday. Not too bad. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. A little Enigma bounce there. Let me see if they're the prior Enigma. Yeah, that one also was a winner. So that Enigma to the top side, 144. This Enigma did hit its target, but a little bit dangerous as a deep drop like that, but called a 53 tick target there off of the Enigma, but we are continuing to push down, it looks like here. So looking at the higher time frame. So right now you should be looking at higher time frames, not the lower time frame. Don't get distracted by just taking every trade on the lower time frame. Let's look for the higher time frame play opportunity. Then we enter in on a lower time frame risk entry. Yeah, you'll hear me say that a lot. Looking for a high time frame opportunity, low time frame risk. Make sense? Yes, that's true. And that's not just from us. Like this is, heard at the latest release, there's a lot of problems with crashing when placing multiple orders. They need to, I personally think they need to fix those, right? Before I want to move our members over to the latest versions, they need kind of a release. I feel like hopefully their devs, you know, maybe hear this or have heard from other vendors in the space for NinjaTrader that they need kind of a stabilization release, in my opinion. Like get the bugs worked out on the 8.1.3.1 stuff there, in, you know, just my personal opinion.
NQ on the 7.
Bill Baker, hey buddy, thanks for that. You have a great weekend too, sir.
NQ on the 9.
We've got 8 minutes till 10 a.m. There's going to be a news event there at 10 a.m. We've just reached S1 on the daily pivots. Let's see. Oh, look what we got, ladies and gents. We have a tide shift. The tide has shifted. Literally, the tide is now red. Do you see it? I should have noted that there this morning. People like saw the green lines. So these are automated. Okay, so this will automatically shift when the angle changes. So did you notice this morning that this was green? The channel is green when it's on an upward angle. When the regression channel shifts, it will automatically turn red, making it very easy for us to visualize
Fib.NQ on the 7.
what we're doing as far as market structure. Simple. Again, what my job to do is give you the tools to make your job simpler, not harder. Stop playing with the like, yeah, well, my feelings on stuff. Stop playing feelings, right? Quantify your trading so that you can quantify your P&L. All right, so now we are tide and wave, both red. So on my version here that I'm bringing on stream here, I'm going to red and red, folks. Guess what? The Bears. Dobers.
Fib.NQ on the 7. Fib.NQ on the 7. 2 finger NQ on the 35. Alpha Omega up NQ on the 5. Alpha Omega down Omega NQ on the 7. Harmonic NQ on the 5. Harmonic NQ on the 5.
Okay, we've got 5 minutes till 10 a.m. We're about to have another sit on hands moment. But if you're up, green on the day, give us the party reaction emote there in the chat so we can celebrate along with you there. 5 minutes.
And now to get the USU new home sales units. Forecast 0.607 million, price 0.580 million. US new home sales change month to month. Forecast 4.8%, prior minus 7.3%.
Enigma long on the RTY2 versions of NQ on the harmonic NQ on the 5.
Just keeping on Nasdaq 100 declining 1%. The Nasdaq 100 extending drop to 1% now.
Okay, we should probably mark out the big bear. Do you see it? So this is on the optimized range. There's a 1,000 level big bear in there. So defense leg, go study that video. There's a lot of chatter on this yesterday. I really loved the chat in the public area yesterday around the defense leg strategy. If you are in the documentation area and you want to go find out details around that, so whether you're in the 120-day program or not, up here we click in the ask section here, and I'm going to type in defense leg because you heard like, hey, I heard Vinny he said something about a defense leg strategy. What's the defense leg strategy? Okay, so this will take you to video content around that, and there's also a visual walkthrough like what we just saw there, right? There's a 1,000 level delta. Isn't that what we just saw? Right, we just saw that, right? So there it is, and if you want to learn about it, we call that a big bear. There's also the opposite side of that. There's a big bull, and then what we do with all of that in the defense leg strategy, they like to defend a zone. That is one way to play it, and then there's also targeting a zone. So defense or offense, you need to know, but we start with good defense leads to good offense, right? Defense wins championships, or so they say.
Harmonic NQ on the 5. Harmonic NQ on the 7.
According to
Yes?
Zero breaking on their X.
Okay, so we want to mark this one up.
Commander of Central
And
Israeli Army
it's
they will launch that they are launching
right there.
large-scale
Okay,
operations.
so the beginning of the leg to the end of the leg to the 10.6. So this will be the big bear zone that I want to mark. I like to make it the color, so since it's a bear, we're going to make it red. Now, there's certain ways that I can play with that. When you come back into it, they will defend this, right? Now, also targeting. So these guys they want 250 ticks. So I like to grab the center of this. Now, this one, it's already made it. Has this bear made its money? Yes. So I won't say he's done, but did he make his money? Yes. In fact, this move is already 537 ticks. And these are things that we do in that defense leg strategy video set. So go check that out and you'll learn how we kind of use that. Maybe check that one out there this weekend. Although, if you're thinking about checking that one out and you have not done the boot camp yet, stop. Just stop. Do the 8-day boot camp first. Get your hardware set up appropriately. Get yourself a good trader workspace setup. Start with the hardware, the basics. Get your foundation solid. Okay, look at this beautiful Enigma calling the bottom here. Wow. Look at the move. 194 ticks to the upside, hearing buyers all over the right. News is coming out here in just a few moments. So we'll hear the news announcements coming out here any minute.
Double delta NQ on the 7. Alpha Omega up NQ on the 9. NQ on the 7.
Seconds away. Okay, hands off the keys.
News disconnected.
NQ on the 9.
Oh, even the news guy got disconnected. Everybody's checking the news. They crashed Financial Juice. All right, I'm going to refresh Financial Juice, see if we're going to be one of the lucky winners to get back in their audio. All right, everybody clicking on Financial Juice to see what the news is going to be, and they crashed Financial Juice over there. That's not us, but be careful when that occurs. It's again why hands off the triggers when the news events come out here at 10 a.m., especially on a Friday. So this can shift things. Let's see how it goes. You want to look at the high time frame. Now we have the lower time frame here on screen, but I want to be checking that
10 seconds.
that high time frame. Here we go. News coming.
Zero
0.628 million, 0.628 million, high in the forecast of 0.607 million. US new home sales change month to month 1.6%, 1.6%, lower than forecast of 4.8%.
Harmonic NQ on the 9. NQ 7. Two finger NQ on the 35. Alpha Omega NQ on the 7. Divergence down NQ on the 9.
Okay, hearing buyers, hear that popcorn sound on the tape up to tapping S1.
NQ on the 35.
Now, I kind of want to see where S2
Over here, just seeing a bit of a decline.
is. How close were we to getting to S2?
It's a slow.
Oh no, S2 is way down there. We're not even close. Not even close to S2.
Through at the moment. No reaction from WTI or the S&P 500. Again, more so on the Dixie overall.
Shift NQ on the 5. Alpha Omega down NQ on the 7. Divergence down NQ on the 7. Fib dot NQ on the 35.
We have posted out the US new home sales July report on the feed for you to read through.
Alpha Omega up NQ on the 5. Harmonic NQ on
Okay, power headshot potential here at the bottom of the channel. Let's see if the bulls are going to hold it, or if they're going to get cracked here.
Seeing prior revisions coming through now. The US new home sales units prior revised to 0.618 million from the original prior of 0.580 million. And US new home sales change prior revised to -4.3% from the original prior of -7.3%.
Okay, we've got a red Enigma on the 9s, and we did just come shift back red here in buyers on the tape.
Harmonic NQ on the 7. Alpha Omega down NQ on the 5.
614 still here in buyers. That is a power headshot long, so want to be careful right here. Gonna wait until I hear buyers get off the tape. Need to hear sellers step back in before I can really take that with confidence, because they have been moving this up after that news.
Divergence down NQ on the 9. Down NQ on the 9.
Still only 2 minutes after. Remember, generally I have a 5-minute zone around that. I want to be 2 minutes before, 3 minutes after. We still have about 30 seconds to kind of let that shake out for that little 5-minute window here. So let's see.
Fib dot NQ on the 7. Harmonic NQ on the
There's the sellers. All right. Heard them come in there. High time frame.
NQ on the 5. Alpha Omega up NQ on the 7.
You got your AlgoBox installed. You saw this come in there, right?
Divergence up NQ on the 9.
I was like, okay, could be right here. But wait, and there it is. 3 minutes, right? 3 minutes finished, and then boom, there she goes. Look at this beautiful move. Top to the 7.5. That's 206
Alpha Omega up
to the bottom of the bowl, and a 7.5 here. See if we get a little bounce. I'd expect a bounce when I see a 7.5 like that. We have jagged on the tape. Look, folks, jagged on the tape. Do you see it? If you do, type a 1. and type J or jagged there in the chat. Jagged warning for everyone. Do not get off sides. Jagged on the tape. Big move is coming. So whenever that big move starts to show up, it's sort of that deal where the way that I kind of think of it is as that play comes, you start to see the big move going. When you're like, okay, that move is done, usually that feeling, it ain't done, okay? Like it will oftentimes continue to run when you see jagged on the tape. That's why I say do not get off sides. And if you find yourself off sides, just close it quickly because it ain't gonna turn when you want it to, okay? Do not get off sides when jagged is on the tape.
Alpha Omega up NQ on the 5.
Man, that is a lot of crosses in this area. I'm going to mark this up as a zone. A lot of hands here. A lot of hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 hands in this zone. Okay, that's going to be enough to load up a jagged, right? So we see the jagged. Now they're loaded. Okay, let's see what the move is, and I'll see if I can participate. Now, when I know I've got a big move coming type of scenario, I'm going to toe in the water, right? I'm not going all in on a scenario. I'm going to toe in, and then as it starts to work my position, like I will Seuss in that direction.
Alpha Omega down and double Alpha NQ on the 7.
Okay, here in buyers, step here.
Alpha Omega down NQ on the 9.
Let's see who's going to take over control. The jagged does not give us, does not tell us direction. Okay, we just had a shift on the tide. The tide is now green. We have a lot of shift today, folks. Be very, very cautious today. Look at this. Now the wave has turned green. Okay, tide is now red. Wave is now green. Be careful. Friday, early in, early out type of scenarios. Also a cautious thing, not just a personal thing to go, hey, you know, go have fun with the fam, but also Fridays. Tricky days sometimes. Generally though, if you're going to pick a side and you have to go off of the Trader's Almanac will tell you that Fridays are the most bullish day of the week if you're going day over day. So almost, it's kind of hard to be a bear on a Friday.
2-finger NQ on the 35. Alpha Omega up NQ on the 5.
Okay, we just came back into that zone. 16.6. Let's see if they hold it. Remember, we've got the
Alpha Omega down
the big bear zone is actually up above us. So while we may think that this is done, this is one of those where, well, this could be a jagged move where they just run it all the way up into here, and then we wait for 3 crosses inside of the defense leg zone. If they run it up.
NQ on the 7. Alpha Omega up NQ on the 7.
Jagged on the tape. I'm still waiting to see what's up with the play here. A lot of collections here. A lot of hands. I want to wait for some clarity. I don't have full clarity here at the moment. I just marked a zone and then wait for a play to land in it.
Double Delta NQ on the 5. Double Delta NQ on the 7. Divergence down NQ on the 9. Double Delta NQ on the 5.
Super dots. They're running. King timing. Okay, we have a Titanic zone now. Let's see if I can find a play here in this Titanic zone. Titanic zone is here, right above. Man, this is a very wide zone.
Double Delta NQ on the 9.
Oracle shares reversing course to hit a 2-year low, last down 2.4%.
Bull touch Alpha Omega down NQ on the 5. Fib.NQ on the 35.
Hey Brian, nah man, you didn't miss it.
No headline catalyst.
I mean, you kind of did. We man, very cool stuff this morning though. Definitely play back the tape today. Don't miss today. A lot of good lessons here. I kind of wanted to make sure we had a good lesson day here on a Friday, back from little fam vacation stuff there. All the way up, top of the zone. Let me see if I get a play. High time frame opportunity, low time frame risk, looking for a 100 tick opportunity. We are almost in the bear zone. We were just talking about you earlier there, Papa Dazzer.
Alpha Omega down NQ on the
Here's the big bear. Big 1,000 level bear right up in this zone. And jagged on the tape. So they've got enough juice to get it in there. And they picked up all the orders down here. So looking for some continuation into this zone.
NQ9.
There's an Enigma 15.2 up top here. I'm going to toe in short here up above this, a 15.2 high time frame. Now again, high time frame opportunity also has high time frame risk. Okay, I would like to take a play, but what I don't like is that we still have jagged here, and there's a 50 ticker. I'll grab it. All right, I'm going to grab it and lock it in right there on the green dot. Hold to the opposing signal on the runner. Coming into a shark back, coming up to touch it one more time. We also had a blue dot down below there, and sure enough, blue dots call bottoms all the time. Launched it back up. If they're going to continue to carry it up into that bear zone, that would be the play that they would do it. That's why I wanted to be cautious on that. Take a quick swipe at it. We also had buy side on the nerd, so I had to target one that. Yes. Now target one's actually 35 ticks. I held it out for about 40-ish, almost 50 for it, because it was the speed of that play. There again, if you're new, don't trade in queue. I know they're talking through a lot of stuff here. You'll get good at the game over time, but you do not have to play on in queue. RTY is much slower than in queue, and kind of, I won't say same opportunities because they're also more muted. They're not as big of moves, but again, you don't have to be a hero. Just don't be a zero. You know what I'm saying? And thank goodness you don't have to be perfect to be profitable. You do not have to be perfect to be profitable. Okay. Now a lot of traders on Twitter will try to pretend like you do have. They're like, oh, you got to be perfect, and you got to do my yoga stretches in the morning, and you got to do my personal routine. You got to get up at 5 a.m. and you got to put your face in an ice bowl of water, and you need to, you know, do your totem pole Tonga schlong stretching, and you need to have your macho man tea before you come trade with me in the morning.
Harmonic NQ on the 7.
You need to shave your face with a Crocodile Dundee knife. That's not a knife.
Harmonic NQ on the 35.
You call that a knife? That's not a knife. This is a knife.
Harmonic NQ on the 5. Fib.NQ on the 7. Fib.NQ on the 35.
That's why you're not a successful trader, because you didn't shave your face like me. Trust me, bro. Just trust me, bro, trading. You want to see my P&L? No. Well, I'll show you my P&L. I photoshopped it last night. But don't ask me to see my trades. I mean, I gotta take my trades off screen. I don't want you to see my screen. I don't want you to see my trades, because...
Double delta NQ on the 9.
I mean, I'm not gonna tell you the truth. I mean, I'll tell you the truth.
NQ on the 7.
Just trust me, bro, trading. JTMB. Just trust me, bro, trading strategy.com. You want to see my stuff? No. Just trust me, bro. You don't need to see it. Just trust me, bro.
Harmonic NQ on the 9. Enigma long on the CL2.
Yeah, don't miss today's. Today was definitely a lot of things to learn or reiterate. Whether you are new with us or been around a while, you're going to get something out of today's live stream for sure. Roll back and play from the beginning. We had some good layouts and talks there this morning before we started, and then a lot of good things along the way as well. I think it's a very educational day, and you got a sneak peek at the new client portal. And again, I do have to remember and remind you guys, don't forget, 13 hours left on the Black Friday in July. But if you're doing a 2-week free trial with us, you're also going to get that same offer in your email inbox. Check your emails, and if you haven't joined our newsletter yet, they're very beneficial. It's another thing that we launched recently, and you'll get those, I won't say daily tips and tricks because we're not doing them daily, but you'll have multiple emails during the week that are going to help you. We will also be putting those into a blog. So they'll kind of be logged where you can get those later. So if you're not a newsletter person, don't want it in your inbox, that's fine. You can head over to our website. You'll be able to click into the blog area there and see the newsletter tips and information, stuff like that. But if you want to get them in real time, because they'll be posted a week in delay, so there is an advantage to getting on the newsletter. You're going to get it in real time, and oftentimes it's going to apply to that very week, like what was going on that week, and you don't want to miss that. So get on the newsletter if you're not in it already. Go to our website and just sign up for the newsletter, put your email address in there, and you'll be on that newsletter area. Let's see, can we show an example of that? George, can you grab me a good example of one of those awesome ones that I was like, oh man, these are perfect. Let's see, we got one right here. Oh, here we go. How about open a new tab? Here we go. Never mind, George, I got one. Here we go. So if you guys have not seen our newsletter, again, very cool layouts in my opinion on the newsletter. Not going to waste your time. You know, oh shoot, what did I just do? Uncombine, arrange, split view, separate views. All right, weird. Jacked up my whole screen there. Let me fix that back. Technical difficulties. All right, so newsletter layouts. You know me, I'm not a waste your time kind of guy. It's important stuff there in our newsletters. We're going to teach you some good things. Watch the stack, short fire. Okay, wait for the signal. What do you wait for before you pull the trigger? Stuff like this. Things that you need to know. We'll also be doing a series called Wisdom Wednesdays. We're going to go into our Trading Wisdom section on the left-hand side of Discord and be going deep dive on the concepts that you'll see in the Trading Wisdom section that have been kind of saved over time from some of our pro users in our members area, and as well as, you know, some of my stuff. I've been putting stuff in the wisdom section for the last 10 years, but it's not just me. We've got a lot of you know, really wise traders, been around the markets for a while. Oftentimes some of our traders are, you know, reiterating some of the things that I have already taught you, but sometimes you need to hear it from somebody else. So hear it from some of our other members, putting up, you know, pretty good numbers. I don't know if results speak for themselves, but they probably should. If you want to check out results on the left-hand side of Discord, click in the posted results section and you can scroll through some of those. I encourage you guys to post entire performance reports in your P&L. We do have lots of folks trading multiple accounts and using trade copiers, so people ask that all the time. See, somebody said nothing comes close to Vinny's AlgoBox. I could not trade without it. It looks like 6,900 that day. Profit factor 3.3. That means his winners were 3.3 times the size of losers there. Percent profitable is probably right underneath this. Can't see that in that stat there on this one. Let's click into a couple more of these. Here, this one, 39.50 for the day, 74% profitable, profit factor 4.0. Winners are 4 times the size of losers. On those, again, these are not from me. These are just ones I have forwarded into our section to go, hey man, check these out. Pretty cool stuff there. Another 2 payouts from somebody saying another week, another 2 payouts. Very cool. I don't know what this one is. Let me read through this here real quick. Crypto did join at the time. A friend of mine in Texas recommended check out AlgoBox. Back then, though, I had little to no interest in trading. My focus was entirely on work. While I remember telling him I'd look into it, I honestly just assumed it was another trading program. I can't even remember if I did the free trial, but if I did, probably spent less than a week in it. I also never watched any of your videos because I didn't realize what made AlgoBox different. Fast forward 5 years and my mindset has completely changed. I'm now highly interested in trading because I'm looking for financial freedom and don't want to rely solely on my job for income. I recently started watching your live trading videos and I'm about to dive into bootcamp number 4. My friend has stayed with AlgoBox his entire time and has always spoken very highly of it. Now I understand why. The more I watch, the more convinced I am that this is the real deal. I haven't seen anyone come close to what you're teaching or the passion you have for AlgoBox. I officially joined today and I'm committed to this journey. I'm excited to learn, put in the work, and become part of the AlgoBox community. You're right, I do know it's good. Just a note, I'm getting a new desk delivered today and plan on using my desktop instead of the laptop either this evening or tomorrow morning. Hey, very cool. Love to hear that. One of my best days ever, somebody says. I'm not talking about the size of my P&L. Took a few withdrawals from my account this week and started today with about $2,000. Scaled up contract sizes based on win percentage, 200% in one day. Only possible with AlgoBox. Wow, look at that. 4,700 off of $2,000 account. 4,786 winners on both sides. He had long trades and short trades. 100% profitable, 16 clicks for the total of trades there. Pretty awesome work there. From one of our members as well. And again, these go on and on and on. I'm just going to press the page up button of all of the really cool testimonials from people posting P&L results. It is too good to be true. I get it. I get it. You can pause anywhere along any of these, and I'm pretty sure you'll be probably interested in stuff going on there. People taking and copying trade accounts. People ask that all the time. Hey, are people able to copy accounts? All that kind of stuff. Yep, some people posting in full broker statement scenarios, Apex payouts, all that kind of fun stuff there. Payout Lab guys, shout out to Payout Lab. If you guys have not been following those Payout Lab guys, if you guys want some really cool dashboard style stuff for your trading, Payout Lab, go check them out. One of our traders, Scalp Rule, he is doing a couple of videos there. He has done some reviews of his videos.
Runs from Insta.
I'm sorry, of his trades in video format. Very cool stuff. And I posted those in the AB content section. So if you're looking for some of the other traders using our stuff there, you can go to the AB content section and check that out as well. All right. Happy Friday. It's 10:20. Don't forget, I mean, technically it's coffee time, 10:10 to 10:30. Be very cautious around this area. Lots of exchange of hands there after the open. A lot of news chatter there. Again, Fridays can tend to be a little bit tricky. Bull side generally is going to be the way to go. Right now, the market has shifted several times. Let's see. Nope, both red. Okay. Tide red, wave red right now from both of those regression channels. Okay. 13 hours left on our Black Friday offer. 90% off of Apex using code AlgoBox. If you do use that, that helps us out for our tech support team. Big, awesome shout out to our tech support team. Those guys are awesome over there. If you've gotten any tech support with us, you know they're the best. They'll get you set up. If you are brand new with us, we will get you set up. We will walk you through all that kind of fun stuff. The bots did all right there this morning. The bots did $1,000 there. They locked that in. Plus 59.60. Let's hit refresh on this. We got a little extra in our oomph there, and that's kind of how the day laid out as far as my numbers of trades. I think I took one more in there. So we ended up having two winners to start. Winner chicken dinner plus 2 bonus there this morning, and you guys got to check out a little sneak peek of the client portal. If you didn't catch on to that, go roll back the tape and go see some of that fun, and of course documentation. Get the 8-day boot camp there over the weekend, learn a couple of the strategies, and come back with us on Monday. Although I don't know, I'll give you guys an update on the live stream schedule. Again, a lot of things changing here during the summer. I got 4 kids, we homeschool, all that kind of stuff, so schedules are a little different here during the summer, but I love hanging out with you guys. But if you are in our Discord, I always tell people all the time, you don't need me. Once you have our tools, you know the rules, you've been playing along with it, you don't need me. I don't want you to need me. I want you to basically only need the software, the tools, the rules, and execute wherever, whenever you want. Thanks for hanging out. For me, Pippi, Robbie, Lunchbot, Mod Squad, used to be Curtis G, and the rest of the gang, I'll send out the Beggy 8s down.
Protecting the people of Iran.
See ya.